Com. Feinstein urges Trump to reverse plan to block Iran requests for $5 billion in IMF aid. Claims it's in our national interest. Senator Dianne Feinstein, D of California, urged President Trump to reverse a report to plan to block an Iranian request to the IMF for $5 billion in aid to fight the CV crisis, saying it is in the United States' national interest to accede to the request. Why are our senators advocating for a country that wants to kill us? Like, this makes no fucking sense to me. I am disappointed to see reports that your administration intends to block Iran from receiving $5 billion in humanitarian aid from the IMF to combat the coronavirus pandemic, Feinstein wrote in a letter dated Thursday to the president. Providing these funds to Iran would help it respond more effectively to the disease and mitigate the risk of further destabilization. Who gives a fuck about Iran? If they're dying from the virus, let them die from the virus. Just don't let... I understand, that's kind of a messed up thing to say. I understand that the people of Iran probably agree with the United States and maybe they want freedom. But at some point, we have to stop giving our enemies money. All they're going to do is use it to kill our soldiers. I mean, why are our senators, why are our people in the government always advocating for the people that want to harm us? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And Senator Feinstein is a senator from California, so it's no surprise. The administration plans to block the request for an emergency loan amid concerns that the anti-American regime... See, it's an anti-American regime. Senator Feinstein is an American. Why is she advocating for an anti-American regime? Why? Someone needs to find out who her replacement driver is. If you guys remember, years ago, it was revealed that Dianne Feinstein was being driven around by a Chinese spy, and that she had the Chinese spy as a driver for about 20 years, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. So she probably has a Iranian spy driving her around. Somebody needs to look into that. Senior officials told the Journal that the loan would allow Tehran to divert the money to its economy. Yeah, right. They're going to divert that money to terrorists, like they always do. I mean, you guys remember when Obama gave them pallets of money? They don't have any of that money? What'd they do with that money? They could use that money that Obama gave them. Like, fuck. This pisses me off so much. Let's see. Iran has been one of the countries hardest hit by the coronavirus. Boo-hoo. We've been hit by it too. People are out of work. People are being evicted. They can't pay rent. Kids are missing school. People are being arrested for jogging on the beach. People are being arrested for surfing. It's just pretty bad for the American people here, and bills are being blocked because of petty politics. The Democrats want to jam in bullshit that has nothing to do with helping the American people, and yet we have our representatives advocating for regimes that don't give a fuck about us and who literally want to kill us. Why? I mean, let me calm down for a second. It's just beyond dumb. Like, why do they care so much about China and Iran? Who? Fuck those places, man. Let's focus on the American people. She urged that the United States should make its effort support contingent upon IMF oversight on how Iran spends the funds. They're just gonna lie about it. They're gonna lie and say they spend the funds on medical supplies while they're really spending the money on terrorists and things to hurt America. I'm done with this. Let's read some of the comments. You say Iran needs money. I say no, and raise you no money for who either. Exactly. Fuck the who, man. They're basically CCP puppets. I agree with that comment. Feinstein urges Trump to reverse plan to block Iran for $5 billion in IMF claims. It is in our natural interest. Feinstein, why don't you go over to Iran and help them? They will love you. Yeah, I agree. Take your ass over there and see and help them. Why don't you go over there and see how they treat you? Let's see. Hey Dianne, call your chauffeur / spy and have him ask China. They can add it to the next shipment of missile technologies and scientists. Oh, and the coronavirus. Right. Why don't they just go ask China? China can help them out. I'm tired of America being... but it's the IMF, but still. You guys know what I'm saying. Do you think the Iran heads will explode when she gets denied? Like an M80 around a round in a watermelon? Watermelon? Let's see. Okay, good comment. Perhaps she should use some of the profits she gained by buying and selling stocks after her private / secret meeting about the virus. Good one. Yeah, there was a report saying there was a lot of senators that were buying and selling stocks, or like they were selling off their stocks right before the virus panic started. And a couple years ago, I don't remember what the outlet was, but there was a video that explained on YouTube that explained how some of these senators and House representatives are privy to information about the stock market, and it allows them to buy and sell stock with insider information. So that's how a lot of them become rich. So yeah, why don't you just give them some of that money? They're all about like sharing wealth and shit. So if she really, if it's really in the interest of our nation, why don't she just give some of her uber amounts of money to them? I mean, she is gonna die. She's basically like fucking 90 years old. Look at her wrinkle. Let me stop. Yeah, maybe get her buddy Barry to sell his house in Martha's Vineyard to help. Exactly, man. Why don't they come out of pocket? Iran supports terrorist organizations and encourages them to attack the United States and Israel. If they have money for that, they can fund their own virus response. See, us American people, we're tired of this shit, man. We're tired of fucking people that want to hurt us and our leaders advocating for them. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. Peace.